fraud, online fraud and app fraud is a very, very serious issue, and we absolutely have to come back to deal with this. The current system requires basically the payment system and the banks to pay for this, yet we know that 3/4 of the fraud originates online. So the absolute necessity is to make sure that those people who are, if you like, enabling the fraud to happen, the social media providers, the media providers, they need to be held to account for I think, quite obvious reasons, in order to help incentivize them to stop this. Now, obviously, as a shadow economic secretary to the Treasury, my job is not necessarily to drive the legislation, but to make sure that the legislation is right. Now, at the moment, I don't get the sense that the government are getting anything particularly wrong, but we do need to get on with this. We do need to make sure that we have a balanced solution to this. So my job is to continue to press Emma Reynolds, who used to work for City UK. She's bright, and I have some respect for her. But she's got to get this right, and she's got to, as a minister, drive this through with the Treasury, with DCMS, and also obviously with the Home Office. It's up to me to make sure she does her job swiftly, efficiently, and gets the right answer. So digitalization of settlement systems is incredibly important. So having digital stable coins, but also digital share registers and the digital gilt, which is a pioneering thing of this, is absolutely vital for the City of London to maintain its presence as the foremost financial services institution or hub in the world. I started my career in the city in 1982, and the settlement period on equities was a 2-week window, and then you settled 7 days after that. It was completely ridiculous. Now we have the technology to be able to settle instantaneously on a transaction. This is such a much better thing. Stable coins are the way forward. I've spoken to people at the Bank of England over the years who agree that whilst Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies aren't backed by anything, and they are very subjective in their value, the fact of the matter is, if you've got a stable coin which is backed by a central bank that is just a more efficient system than the system we've got at the moment, why would you not grab that with both hands and move forward? So my job again is to make sure that we hold the government account, to make sure the Treasury and the Bank of England and the various people who are involved in this are doing their work in order to make this happen. If we don't, Singapore will, the US will, and in fact they're going to anyways.